Okay, I'll go ahead.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Praxie webinar. We do these every couple of weeks, and we try to keep them short, usually 15 to 20 minutes, so you can get on with your day, but hopefully add some value to your week and give you something to think about as you go into the weekend. You can, as you probably know, today's is on automated demand planning using AI, and it's very interesting. We're building new applications all the time, and this is a very interesting one that I think provides a lot of insights into the capabilities of AI generally and our platform specifically. So the general process of AI demand planning is, gathering all of the essential information that you need to be able to understand the demand. Your ERP data, CRM data, and others. I'll be showing you more of that. You do your demand modeling. There are a number of mathematical models and different models used for the AI demand modeling, being able to manage scenario planning and what would happen if, what if analysis, etc. Then ultimately, you want to bring this together as a consensus plan from all of the folks in the team, finance, marketing, sales, and then be able to take that further into your supply planning, your scheduling, and all the types of things that you do to go into production. So that's the process. We'll be basically going through these first four nodes during the demonstration today. AI demand planning gives you a number of interesting advantages over traditional demand planning. You can integrate lots of different historical data without having to clean it to the degree and organize it to the degree that you might have had to earlier. The AI understands the different data structures quite rapidly and understands things. One of the examples I get, if you say sales were in New York City, or they were in the Big Apple, or they were in NYC, AI will know that those are all the same place. Improved forecast accuracy, you get the best of AI algorithms and cross validation to generate accurate forecasts. And agility, you can really use, as I mentioned, with not only getting richer demand signals, but the agility to have greater data sets and the ability to look at all kinds of constraints at once. So these are some of the advantages. And the other thing that's just generally true, not only of demand planning, but of scheduling, is that most of the products on the market require you to structure the information very, very specifically to their process. And one of the great things about what we're doing here is that any of these processes can be structured to how you actually like to work. So it's not here's a very rigid process you need to follow to get good demand planning. The process adapts to the information and the processes you run. So that's really quite useful. I'm only going to go through a few more slides here, but a couple of them, everybody's trying to figure out how to use AI, and the mandate is, drive the productivity. We've looked at a lot of studies recently and found that, people are getting ChatGPT and Claude, et cetera, and using those tools, but just for general productivity. But the actual processes themselves have not been embedded as a structure overall, and it's really more difficult than people would like. Most projects take 6 to 9 months just to do data cleaning, et cetera. So we focused on how to make this a lot easier with all the different data sets. And the main capabilities of Praxie that we bring to demand planning and others is three pieces here: the ability to build the applications, and I'll show you a quick interface of this so you can understand how this works. So you can build them and modify them to your exact specification very rapidly. The second is the analytics engine that allows us to do things like demand planning, or any type of data you feed into Praxie can be analyzed. And so you can bring in data from within our application, or you can connect data like quality or downtime analysis or any other, your CRM data, and get incredible analysis out of it. And then finally, there's an integrated workflow engine that allows you to create workflows for agentic workflows, notifications, alerts, approval requests. All those types of things can be built in. And finally, Praxie's architecture is built on a unified stack, where instead of having to clean SQL tables and then find an API and then find a tool to build on top of that, the entire structure is a unified structure that uses a NoSQL multimodal database. The AI is integrated directly into that data structure. So as we bring in different information, the AI can take advantage of it, and the applications and the workflows are built right on top. So it allows us to go from concept to application in a matter of days, honestly. when we do implementations, they usually last 4 to 6 weeks, but that's because more of the iteration process. But the application building environment allows you to build things very quickly, which means you get the solutions tailored to your needs at a much lower cost. And ultimately, you can use Praxie to create a center of excellence in your company where each of the organizations can very rapidly use AI to automate and optimize and build workflows and all those types of things. So let's jump into the demo itself here of the demand planning. Uh, Karen, can everybody see my screen okay now? I hope. So what you see here on the main screen is your data inputs page, and we provide some examples here of ERP data, your historical shipments, inventory levels, lead times, etc. These are all signals to the demand plan about how your system works. And so there's some really solid examples here, and you'll see that you have the ability to upload that data. We also, via Excel files or CSV files, we also have REST APIs, SQL connectors, webhooks, lots of different ways to connect your data dynamically as well. And just to give you a sense of what that spreadsheet looks like. So in this case, it's all in one spreadsheet. It could be in multiple spreadsheets, et cetera. You see your ERP, your CRM data, marketing, promotions, what's going on in the economy and growth, your competition, et cetera. So all that information comes in here, and this provides your context. Then you begin doing the demand planning for your different products. And you can see here, you got a list of products and items within those products. Demand is usually done on a product level, but the way this user interface works, as you can see, you can do filtering by locations, groups, and phases, and we can add additional filters if you want, or you can search for particular records. And ultimately, you build a demand plan. One of the cool things is you see here with these charts that these have had demand plans build. If you click on any of those, you can right within this interface see what the demand plan was without having to actually go into the record. If you go into the record, you'll see that the information about the product is entered in here into the form. Your product information, your inventory parameters, safety stock, etc. All the information that you want to enter. You can also enter your monthly max capacity for production or supplier currently. And then you select the mathematical model you want to use to generate your projection. You can see you can select from a number of the different best practice algorithms, and then it generates your plan. Now, you can see the dates here were based on the overall dates that were set in the demand input overall parameters. And so you can see you've got a low, an active, kind of average, and a high scenario here with a historical. And then what you can do here is you can come in on any of the months and you can modify the information right here, and it will reflect in the chart. I'll just put 500 just so it pops up there, and you see that it popped up quite dramatically. I don't know what this was. I think it was 208. And you also have the ability to say, no, I'd like to use the high overall forecast. And you see that it comes and shows you the high overall forecast. Or I'd like to increase that by a percentage. And you can see these numbers are increasing. You can go to the standard, medium, or low, and then increase or decrease. You can also, as we talked about, increase on a specific month because you've got a particular promotion running, et cetera. This also then calculates your standard metrics for demand planning. And then you can also, this is really cool, you can ask a question about this data. I won't do it, but why is MAPE so low, et cetera. And you click and ask this question, and it will generate a report for you right here about that. It takes about 2 minutes, so I won't do it right now, but it'll generate a beautiful report. And what that report looks like, if I go here, is it'll generate something like this. It gives you information about, this is an AI insights capability. But what that does is it gives you insights across the board on all of the information, but you can also do it on a per record basis. And it will give you information about your demand plan here. So it gives you your whole demand plan, and you can add your notes, et cetera. And then what happens is you can work on a collaborative basis where the different team members, we can build workflows at that point that move this to different team members and who's responsible. You can have this in a Kanban view where the different demand plans are in a Kanban, so you can see where they are, if they've been approved, et cetera. So you build the workflow in as well. Now, after all of these records are built out for your product plan, you'll see that it generates a consensus plan. Now, this shows the capacity, which is, I only entered in a few of those, so the capacity is actually showing lower than it actually is. But you can see some key KPIs, your overall capacity, your demand plan by product, and these are all hidables or viewables. So if you have a whole lot of products, you can just look at the specific ones. You can also get averages, whatever visualizations you want. And then you can make adjustments here to the overall plan. So you can see there was a 40 added here. You can add any amount of adjustment, and you can put a note here about why you made that adjustment. And so the consensus plan can be modified here at the end, and these can be hidden. And you can see the overall consensus plan and the numbers, et cetera. You can see it's starting over here in March. So that's how you generate your consensus plan. Now, one of the other things that's important is the scenario sandbox and what if planning. So what you can do here is you can select different, you can create different snapshots, if you will. But you can say, okay, I think the market's going to be, it just expanded that. You can see the market's going to be growing faster or slower. We're going to have promotional lift, et cetera. And you'll see those numbers are modifying up here. And you can save those snapshots so that you can work and collaborate vis-a-vis the different snapshots and what if scenarios and modifications, by hand, et cetera. So all of this allows you to create lots of different scenarios and save them. And then once they're saved, you can select them here. You also get a full dashboard that allows you, whatever data and information you want to track around your demand plan. And as I mentioned, the AI Insights capability, this is really cool. You can ask any question you want of the entire data process, and it will go and generate a report like this. In this case, please analyze the records, show me any key concerns, et cetera, is what it's asking here. And you can see the demand plan that gets created, the analysis that gets created, the inventory totals, products with inventory shortfall, et cetera. And you can ask it, what would be your advice on the best way to address these things, et cetera. It's all built into the Q&A that you can ask. You also, lastly, have the ability to, as you're doing this, set up any actions and tasks for the different team members that you can set up, and all your team members can be selected and added to the overall plan. So ultimately, you get the process all the way from data input here through the individual product planning, through the building consensus plan and what if scenarios, to a full dashboard, and then AI insights and Kanban workflows, et cetera. So you have a complete solution, all AI powered and AI driven, to give you the most accurate demand planning you can possibly get. And then what happens at this point is this will then get pushed off or transferred over to your supply planning process. So this is the overall solution that we built very rapidly. And this is just an example. Praxie's an AI-powered application development environment. And that was the last thing I wanted to show you, is that what we can do here is come into this environment here. This is the development environment that you have access to. And we have an off-the-shelf version of this. It's $20 a month. But when we're doing enterprise solutions like this, we use the same technology to modify. And you can ask any change you want in the data. I'd like all the colors blue or green or change. I want to add different fields and forms. You do all that here. You can connect to your workflows and your agents over here. So you have a complete environment to tailor the solutions to your exact needs very, very quickly. So I'll pause. I hope that was useful and you get a good overview of the overall platform and how you can do things like demand planning in Praxie. Any questions overall?
There's a question in the chat. Can I ingest unstructured data and get a more structured data into the Praxie platform to get better insights?
Yeah, we've because our database structure underneath is a NoSQL, it's an unstructured environment. And then you can use the AI to identify and structure the information. It's how we build all of our apps, in fact, is that the query and the AI is the structuring element of the data. So if the data comes in a beautiful table and is structured, we recognize that structure. And if it comes in unstructured and you want the AI to do its best to structure it and give it information on how you want it to structure, we can do that as well.
Any other questions?
Well, great. And if you want to have further conversations, you can come to praxie.com. There's set up a demo there, and one of our team members would be happy to speak with you, and look forward to learning more about your challenges and how we might be able to help. So have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.